Testing sound, girls basketball, North Summit, South Summit. Testing sound, North Summit, South Summit.
All right, for the safety of our athletes, we ask that all fans and spectators please stay off the floor during any game breaks. This game is being broadcast live on the South Summit YouTube channel, and we do have concessions available for you in the cafeteria. All proceeds will support our student athletes. At this time, we ask you, please rise, remove your hats as we honor our country, and the cheerleaders present our national anthem. Thank you. We'll start with the team introductions for visiting North Summit Braves. First up, we have number 4, a junior, Quincy Vernon. Number 11, a junior.
Hey, welcome to Thursday night at South Summit High School. Cody Bowen bringing you the North Summit South Summit girls basketball game. Excited for this one. In the last region game of the season for both teams. North Summit sitting at the top of the region standings at 8-1 in region play. South Summit in 5th at 2-7. South Summit would love to get a good win to finish the region home schedule tonight. It'll be a tough duty, and we'll see how the game plays out. As it's senior night here at South Summit, and honoring 2 seniors for the South Summit girls team. Javian and Ruby Clegg are the only 2 seniors that are on the girls basketball team. Starting as well tonight, in addition to Javian and Ruby, is Ashton Arnaud, Emery Wollstonyum, and Emily McNulty, a junior. So Ought to be good. South Summit's led in scoring by Ashton Arnault at 10 points a game. And Ellie Stevens for the Braves leads the team in scoring with 18 a game. North Summit won the first matchup between these two teams in Coville a couple of weeks ago. And the state tournament just around the corner. Next week will be the first round. And I believe the state tournament for the final 8 will be down in Orem on February 23rd, 24th, and 25th. So we're about ready for the tip-off. It'll be McNulty and Stevens jumping at the center court, and we're ready for the final Region 15 game. It's the first time in 8 years that South Summit and North Summit has been in the same region. So each team getting to play each other 2 games in the basketball season. Football and wrestling, of course, just 1. So tip is up, and North Summit will start the game with the offensive series. Sargent will pass around to West. Now three-pointer on the left wing is up and good, and North Summit's off to an early start on a great shot by Rue Sargent, and it's a 3-0 lead for the Braves. Arnault over to Wolstenhume, around to Clegg. Now McNulty gets tied up with Sargent. It'll be South Summit basketball. And they'll reset the shot clock. Ruby Clegg will inbound for South Summit. So Clegg will trigger for the Wildcats. They go up top to Arnault. Back to Ruby. Ruby will clear it out front. North Summit in a 2-3 zone. High post look, good ball movement by South Summit. Skip pass over to Clegg. Knocked away, and Arnault puts up a shot. It's deflected, and the Braves are out front with the fast break opportunity, and the ball is up, no good. Strong rebound by Stevens of the Braves. Loses it out of bounds. It'll be South Summit basketball. Ruby Clegg will inbound. So Arnault will bring it up slowly for the Braves. Now high post look to Ruby, or for the Wildcats to Ruby now, over to Arnault. Right wing to Ruby. Ruby goes baseline, now tries to pass inside, stolen away by Stevens. The Braves on the fast break, knocked away by Javian Clegg. Good hustle by Javian, and an outlet pass quickly to Ruby. Ruby up top to Arnault. Now around to Emery. And Ruby will go baseline. Ruby will put up the shot, just short. Good looking shot by Ruby. And the Braves will come down with the rebound. North Summit leading 3-0. 2 minutes into this first quarter. Deep three-pointer. Back-to-back three-pointers by the Wildcats. Shot is by Kate Smith. She's got 3. Sargent's got 3, and the Braves lead 6-0. Now Clegg double teamed on the sideline. Goes up top to Emery. Cross court. Run down by Javian Clegg. Now she's going to get fouled on the arm. And it will be South Summit basketball. Foul is on number 11, Kate Smith. And it'll be our first time out of the night. 5:49 into quarter number 1. North Summit out to an early 6-0 lead. South Summit basketball out of the timeout, trailing 6-0. Now up high to Ruby. Ruby inside to Emily, kicks it out to Ruby. Three-pointer by Ruby is up, no good. And a fight for the rebound, and the Braves, number 4, Quincy Vernon, comes down with the loose ball. Right wing over to Smith. Now up top to Sargent. Knocked away nicely by Ruby Clegg. Sargent will inbound for the Braves. Sargent goes in, number 13, Lydia West. Now back and forth from West and Sargent. Right wing, Kate Smith, deep three-pointer, just rims out. Fight for the rebound. Stevens comes down with the loose ball. Cross-court pass to a little jumper by Sargent. And Sargent gets her second bucket. It's an 8-0 North Summit lead. Arno inside, good ball movement by South Summit, and a shot up, and Clegg almost got the foul and the bucket. And good passing by the South Summit team as they get a nice look on the low block left side. Javian Clegg will go to the free throw line. She will shoot 2. See if she can't get South Summit on the scoreboard. First free throw by Javy is good. Javy, one of 2 seniors for South Summit, gets the first points for the Wildcats. 8-1 North Summit lead. Second free throw by Javian is up. Well done by JV. 2 good-looking free throws. And the lead is 8-2 for the Braves. Stolen away, good hands by Ruby Clegg. Arnaud comes down with the loose ball. Arnaud dribbles left, now over to Ruby. Around to Emery. Now high post look, good spot for McNulty. Kicks out to Emery, three-pointer by Emery. Bounces around, no good, and a strong rebound by Stevens. And Sargent brings it up for the Braves. Now cross-court pass over to Smith. Now around to Vernon. Vernon into the lane. Goes up off the glass and gets the shot. Quincy Vernon with her first bucket. It's a 10-2 North Summit lead. Sydney Crystal up off the bench for South Summit. Now pass over to Ruby. Back to McNulty and Ruby. Now into the corner, Emery. South Summit patiently trying to find a seam in this North Summit zone. Shot clock down to 10. Arnaud with the three-pointers, no good. And a good box out by the Braves. West with the rebound. Now pass over to Smith. Down low to Stevens, good position. And nice defense by McNulty. Deflecting the shot, then got the rebound as well. Good job by Emily. And now a deep three-pointer by Ruby is up, no good. Right on line, just a little short. And the Braves with the rebound. 3.5 left. Quarter number 1, 8-point North Summit lead. Smith with the shot, no good. And good boxing out on the perimeter by Arnaud and Clegg, and the Wildcats back on the offensive side. And Ruby will go into the lane, and she'll get fouled. Good take to the bucket by Ruby Clegg. She'll get 2 shots. First free throw coming for Ruby Clegg is up and good. South Summit 3 for 3 from the free throw line. And Sydney Crystal will check in for Emily McNulty. Second free throw coming for Clegg. And that one's too hard. Sydney fighting hard for the loose ball, and a scramble down low. Sydney dives onto the Ruby dives onto the hardwood, knocks it out of bounds. It'll be North Summit basketball. So they're going to have him throw it in again. Not sure what that call was. Oh, they had to reset the shot clock. Okay. All right, Sargent over to Smith. Sargent inside to Vernon, kicks it out to an open Smith. Three-pointer by Smith is good. And Kate Smith gets her second three-pointer of the quarter. And the lead is up to 13-3. Now around, good ball movement again by South Summit. Shots missed, and quickly out is Smith. Smith pull-up jumper in the lane, and it's good. Smith out to a great start for the Braves. Has 8 of the 15, and the Wildcats trail by 12. Nice take by Javy, left hand is blocked by the Braves. It'll go out of bounds. It'll be South Summit basketball. Ruby Clegg will inbound. Now over to JV, and Javian and Sargent tie up. It'll be jump ball, North Summit basketball. 2:16 left in the quarter. Sargent over to Smith. Smith dribbles left, back to Vernon. Vernon into the lane, has it go off of her foot. Good hands by Clegg to deflect it off the body of Vernon. It'll be South Summit basketball. South Summit looking for their first field goal. 3 free throws, totaling the points for the Wildcats here in quarter number 1. Now in the corner, Clegg with an open three-pointer. No good, but Clegg is fouled on the three-pointer, so Clegg will go to the free throw line. As Vernon tried to close out, get a hand in on the shot, her momentum carried in to Clegg, and there'll be a foul called, and Ruby, first free throw is good. 2 for 3 from the line now for Ruby Clegg. 2 points for her and 2 points for Javian. Second free throw is up, no good, and there'll be a third one. See if she can't get the third one right here. Cut this lead to 10. Into the ball game is number 5, Amy Tholen, and number 8, and the second or third one's no good, but Wolstenholme with the rebound. Clegg with another three-pointer, no good, and a fight for the board, and Stevens comes down with it. Hope that's 0, not 8. That's Shadlin Blomquist. Now over to Vernon, down low, turnaround jumper by Smith, and Smith already into double figures for North Summit. She has 10. Great quarter for Kate Smith of the Braves. 17-4, North Summit lead. Crystal, high post look to Clegg. Clegg shut down by Blomquist, and now the Braves are out front, knocked away by Sydney Crystal, and then it goes off of number 5, Tholen. Good hustle by the sophomore Sydney Crystal, getting back on defense and creating a turnover for the Wildcats. Under a minute in quarter number 1. Now Arnaud will dribble left, goes over to Javian. In the corner to Sydney. Now around to Ruby. Open three-pointer by Ruby's no good. And the rebound kicks out to Kate Smith. Smith goes to Tholen. Blomquist now top. Stevens, good pass over to Quincy. And there'll be a foul on the dribble under the basket. Be the first team foul on South Summit in the quarter. Foul is on number 15, Sydney Crystal. Her first personal foul. First team foul. Emery Wolstenholme will get a breather. And junior Emma Staple will check into the game for South Summit. Now up top, Stevens with the jumper is no good. And Sydney Crystal with a nice rebound. South Summit can play for the last shot. Shot clock off, down to 20 seconds. Now up to Arnaud. Arnaud dribbles left, over to Sydney, down to 12 seconds. Sydney almost has it knocked away, and it is. Now there'll be a jump ball with 6 seconds left, and it'll stay with South Summit. So inbounding will be Clegg. 6 seconds on the clock, plenty of time to get a shot off for the Wildcats. Now slicing out, goes up over the top. It's deflected by Stevens. It'll stay with South Summit. They'll switch sides of the basket. And now it'll be Ruby from the other side. All right, Ruby inbounding. Inside to Crystal. Beautiful pass. And a good play call by the Wildcats to get Crystal loose. And she gets an easy look underneath. She gets fouled on the shot. Sydney will go to the free throw line. 2 free throws for the sophomore, Sydney Crystal, second leading scorer. While she and Ruby Clegg averaging 6 points a game, and Sydney gets her first point. All 5 points from the free throw line for the Wildcats. 17-5 for the Braves. Second free throw coming. Just no good, and the Braves will have to hurry to get the final shot off. Stevens over to Vernon, blocked. End of the quarter, and that'll be a 17-5 North Summit lead at the end of quarter number 1. We'll be back with second quarter action. We're at the ready to start quarter number 2. It'll be North Summit basketball leading by 12. Now inside, and there'll be a foul on the Wildcats. Cutting in, Lydia West for the Braves. And West will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. 3 girls scoring all the points in the first quarter, 10 of them by Smith, 5 by Sargent, and 2 by Vernon. First free throw by Lydia West is good. And it's an 18-5 North Summit lead. Lydia West, a senior for the Braves, along with Rue Sargent, just 2 seniors for the Braves as well. And West gets them both. 19-5 North Summit lead. Now Kelly Pierce is into the ball game. Sydney Crystal up with the shot and the foul. And South Summit gets their first made field goal after 5 free throws. So Sydney Crystal gets the bucket, and she'll go to the free throw line. So Crystal now with 3 points for the Wildcats and a free throw ready. See if she can't get her 4th. Too hard, and the rebound up to Stevens. Hands off to Sargent. 19-7 lead for the Braves. Now dribbling left is Tholen. Over to West, down low, and Kelby Pierce will pick up the reach-in foul from behind. That'll be Kelby's first personal foul. And the second team foul in the quarter for South Summit. Sargent inbounding for the Braves. Inside to Tholen, knocked away, and then a late foul called on Ashton Arno, and that'll be 2 free throws for Amy Tholen. Tholen will have 2 free throws. Tholen, a sophomore for North Summit. First free throw is no good. Bounces off the front of the iron. Second free throw coming for Tholen. It's up and good. And Tholen goes 1 for 2. Lead is 20-17 for the Braves. Arno over to Sydney Crystal. South Summit's done a nice job of finding that high post look right at the free throw line, which has allowed some kickouts for some open 3-pointers. See if they can't keep doing that right there. Knocked away by Tholen. Stays with the Wildcats. There's the high post look to Pierce. Pierce goes up with the shot. No good. Good look for the Wildcats, unable to go down. It'll be North Summit basketball. Open three-pointer by Sargent is up and good. North Summit shooting well from the three-point line. Their fourth three-pointer of the night, 2 by Sargent, 2 by Smith, and the lead is up to 16, 23-17. South Summit has been unable to get a three-pointer to go down. Goes off of the Braves. It'll be South Summit basketball. 6:26 left, second quarter. On the court for South Summit, Arnaud, Clegg, Crystal, Pierce, and Staple. Now pass over to Crystal. And there'll be a reach-in foul. And Tholen picks up the foul on North Summit. That'll be the first personal foul on the Braves in quarter number 2. Checking in will be Smith, and coming out will be Blomquist along with Vernon for Stevens. And number 22, Tessa Sargent, will check in for Sydney Crystal. So over to Ruby. Ruby dribbles right. Now around, over to Arnaud. Arnaud trying to go inside to Staple. Tough angle. It's knocked away by the Braves. It'll be South Summit ball. Ruby Clegg will inbound. And Staple cuts off. Arnaud with the three-pointers up, no good. And Pierce has her shot tipped, and it'll go out of bounds. And we'll stay with the Wildcats. Checking in for South Summit, Emery Wolstenhume and McNulty, and Staple and Ruby Clegg will check out. Looks like we got a timeout on the court. 6 minutes left on the clock on quarter number 2. Wildcats trailing 23-7. South Summit basketball out of the timeout. McNulty will inbound. Knifing off is Wolstenhume, down low to McNulty. McNulty turnaround jumper, no good. And the rebound to the Braves. Sargent passes left. Elbow jumper by Smith is up, no good, and a good rebound by Arnaud of the Wildcats. Arnaud tries to go around to McNulty. Kicked away by the Braves. Be South Summit basketball. Emery will inbound. Now she's going to have to get it in quick. Goes up high. It's knocked away. And Tholen's out front. Left hand by Tholen is up and good. Tholen with her first field goal. She's got 3 along with a free throw, and the lead is 25-7. Now Pierce high post look to Wolstenhume. Over to Arnaud. Arnaud dribbles baseline over to McNulty. Loses the handle. Stolen away. And Kelby almost comes down with the steal, bounces out to Smith. And now Vernon to a cutter, Sargent. And out to Tholen, and Tholen just misses West on the low block. Javian Clegg will check back in for South Summit, and Kelby Pierce will come out. All right, Tessa Sargent will inbound for the Wildcats. And Arnaud will walk it up slowly for South Summit. Now high post look to Sargent. And knocked away, good hands. Tholen kicks out to Sargent. Sargent with the left hand gets the bucket. Sargent now in double figures. She's got 10 along with Kate Smith's 10. 27-7 lead for the Braves. Emery over to Tessa Sargent. Now around to Javian. Over to Arnaud. Round to Emery. McNulty. Good ball movement by South Summit. McNulty loses the handle. Out front is Tholen, and Tholen gets the easy bucket. Tholen now has 5. Braves doing a good job getting hands in passing lanes, tipping it out and getting fast break buckets. Now inside to Javian, out to Tessa. Around, there's a jump shot in the middle. Good shot for South Summit. Rebound by Arnaud, and fought for, and a scramble steal. And Javian doing a great job. Now diving in comes Smith, and good hustle by both teams on the loose ball. Ball will stay with the Wildcats. So it'll be South Summit basketball. Checking in is Stevens for the Braves, and Emery will inbound. Up top to Arnaud. Now around to Javian. Three-pointer is up and good by Tessa Sargent. So the first three-pointer for the Wildcats, and Sargent gets the Wildcats up to 10, 29-10. Now Sargent goes left. Sargent's on both teams here for a moment. Big strong rebound by West. Now inside to Stevens. Fight for it. And it's Tessa Sargent and Stevens getting tied up on a jump ball. It'll stay with the Braves. Ruby Clegg in for South Summit. And Ashton Arnaud will get a breather. .312 left in the half. Braves out front, 29-10. Inbounding will be Rue Sargent for the Braves. Sargent goes back, or Sargent into Stevens, back to Sargent, knocked away. Stevens gets it back. Now Smith goes cross court. Nice defense by Ruby Sargent. Now a screen over to, great pass down low to Vernon. And Vernon gets her second bucket. She's got 4. It's a 31-10 South Summit lead, or South Summit deficit. Now over to Tessa. Emery Wolstenhume has it stolen away. Braves on the fast break. Shot goes up, no good by West, and the rebound to Javian. Now over to Emery. Now back to Javian. Around to Tessa with the jumpers, no good. And there'll be a foul over the back on South Summit. Checking in will be Blomquist for the Braves. And getting a breather is West. I think it was on Emery. Emery had the foul. Third team foul on South Summit, actually fourth team foul on South Summit. 2:14 left, second quarter. Stevens inside to Vernon, and coming from behind, deflecting it is Emery Wolstenhume, and the rebound to Tessa Sargent. Now Ruby takes a deep three-pointer. It's up and no good. It'll sail out of bounds. It'll be North Summit basketball. .151 left in the first half. Braves up by 21, 31-10. Now over to Sargent. Sargent goes left. Good help defense by Wolstenhume. Now a little runner by Smith is up, no good. And the rebound to Emery Wolstenhume. Good defense by South Summit. Holding the Braves to one shot. Back cut to Javian. Down on the floor. And Tessa Sargent and Kate Smith get tied up down low on a jump ball. And this time it'll stay with the Wildcats. Ruby Clegg will pass it in for the Wildcats. Inside to Wolstenhume. And another jump ball. This time it'll go to the Braves. Blomquist will pass into Sargent. Sargent and Kate Smith leading scorers for the Braves with 10 apiece in this first half. Sargent now gets a high screen from Vernon and throws it out. Ball deflected. No backcourt. Now Ruby Clegg will pick up the foul, trying to hustle the loose ball. Good hustle by Ruby Clegg. And that'll be a foul, and that'll send North Summit to the free throw line with the 5th team foul. So 2 shots for the Braves. That'll send Rue Sargent to the free throw line. Emma Staple checks in for South Summit. McNulty out. 58 seconds left in quarter number 2. 2 free throws for Rue Sargent. Sargent's first free throw is up and good. "13 points for Rue Sargent. Good half for the senior point guard for the Braves. Second free throw is no good, and it's knocked out of bounds by Vernon. It'll be South Summit basketball. 58 seconds left. Arnaud walks it up for the Wildcats. Dribbles left, goes in the corner to Sargent, and stolen away by Rue Sargent. And Rue Sargent misses the layup, but the putback by Kate Smith. Smith now with 12. Sargent with 13. The lead is 34-10 for the Braves. Now around to Emery. Bounce pass trying to go into Staple. Turnover on South Summit. Trying to find Stevens. Good defense by Emma Staple on the block. Now around to Smith. Good position for Stevens. Stevens has to kick it back out to Smith. 7 seconds left. Vernon with the three-pointer is up, no good. And Tessa Sargent's gonna have to hurry. And Arnaud will heave it, and that'll fall short. We're at the end of the first half. It's been a great half for the Braves as they lead 34-10. We'll be back with third quarter action in 10 minutes. It's like the South Summit.
All right, for our entertainment tonight, we have Team Ignite from the Dance Summit.
Dance company out to dance for South Summit. We'll take a break, enjoy the South Summit dance teams, and we'll be back in 10 minutes with third quarter action. It's Braves 34, South Summit 10.
I don't do the most, but I get a lot. I'm gonna make it tough because we still alive. Now big, I feel like pop. Shoot a shot. Come here. Coming in.
Way to go, Team Ignite. Let's hear it for our Southside cheerleaders. We want to take a moment to wish our division champion boys wrestling team good luck tomorrow as they head to state.
All right, we're ready for the third quarter action. I want to send a congratulations to our South Summit drill team finishing third place in the state drill team finals this past week. Outstanding showing for them, and we want to wish our wrestlers a good luck tomorrow in their state tournament run. They finished with the division championship in San Juan, and now they will make a run at the wrestling championship. Swimmers were region champs as well, and we want to congratulate them also. They'll be in the state tournament coming up also. So it's been a good winter for our teams, and as you know, and if you don't, let me remind you, a very big boys game tomorrow night. It was an outstanding game here 2 weeks ago, so North Summit and South Summit boys teams will finish off the region boys schedule tomorrow night in Coville. It'll be a packed house, so I believe North Summit does a broadcast on YouTube as well. So tune in for that one tomorrow night on the North Summit YouTube channel. All right, turnover by the Braves. We'll give the ball back to South Summit. 7:15 left here in quarter number 3. Braves leading 34-10. Now Stevens knocks it away. Now it's going to go off of Sargent, and it'll go back to the Wildcats. Good hands by Ruby Clegg. So Clegg will inbound for the Wildcats. 1 minute gone in this third quarter. Neither team has scored. Deep three-pointer by Clegg is short, no good. Clegg, Javian Clegg, keeps it from going out of bounds, but it bounced to a Brave, and Rue Sargent will get the offense going for the Braves. Now up to Smith, around to Sargent. Sargent dribbles right, beautiful pass inside to Stevens, and Stevens very quiet in that first half. That's her first bucket. She's the leading scorer for the Braves at 18 a night, so she'll get her first points. And McNulty has her shot blocked by Stevens from behind, and the Braves are quickly out. South Summit hustling back on defensive transition. They knock it out of bounds. It'll be Braves on the baseline. Sargent will throw it in for the Braves. Now up top to Stevens. Stevens kicks it out to Vernon. Vernon into the lane, a little runner, no good. And McNulty with a nice rebound for the Wildcats. Arnaud dribbles right, back to Emery. Emery throws it away, leading to an easy bucket for the Braves. Nope, and it rims out, and Arnaud hustling back. Good hustle by Ashton. Ashton into the lane, over to Ruby. Now up top to Emery. And another turnover by South Summit. Emery Wolstenhume having a rough time with those passes, and leading to another turnover. Staple will inbound or come into the game for South Summit, and McNulty will get a breather. Now a down low to Stevens. Stevens misses the first, but gets the, just rimmed out. Got the offensive rebound and almost had the putback on the foul, but it bounces out. And Stevens will go to the free throw line. Ellie Stevens with 2 points. And she'll get her first free throw here tonight, and it's good. Good looking free throw from Stevens. South Summit getting the first 3 points of the quarter. 37-10 lead. Second free throw by Stevens is good. So the first 4 of the second half by the Braves, leading now 38-10. Now Clegg with a little runner. Good looking shot, no good, and a nice strong rebound by Kate Smith. South Summit getting some good looks, unable to get him to go down. West now down low to Vernon. Elbow jumper by Stevens is up and no good, and Vernon will knock it out of bounds. Oh, they're going to call it off Emery. So Sydney Crystal's going to inbound, or come into the game, and Emery Wolstenhume will come out. Stevens inbounds, now gets it back, low baseline, double team by Crystal. Now South Summit doing a good job Hustling out to empty girls. Shot by Stevens is no good, and Arnaud comes down with the rebound for South Summit. Quickly off the left side comes Arnaud. Arnaud kicks it out to an open Crystal for three. It's good. Beautiful shot by Sydney Crystal. And Crystal gets the second three-pointer of the night. And Crystal leads South Summit in scoring with 6. So Sydney, immediate offense off the bench for South Summit in this third quarter. Now inside, great move, good passing by the Braves. Vernon over to an open Stevens, and Stevens now has 5 points in the quarter, and it's a 40-13 lead. Skip pass over to Javian. Javian dribbles baseline, closed down by Vernon. Now Crystal dribbles left, hands off to Clegg. Now over to Sydney. Round to Arnaud, pump fake, going baseline. Good job by Vernon again to shut down the baseline. Sydney passes over to Arnaud. Arnaud with a little runner, short, no good. And Staple. And there'll be a discussion about whether that went out of bounds or whether it was a shot clock violation. Either way, it'll be North Summit basketball. Oh, looks like they're going to give it back to South Summit with 1 second on the shot clock. So South Summit will have one chance to catch and shoot. And it's knocked away, and that will run out the shot clock. So North Summit will get the ball. Nice job by Vernon to deflect the inbound pass. 3:35 left in quarter number 3. Now knocked away. Nicely done by Sydney Crystal. It'll be Brave basketball. 3:25 left in the quarter. Sargent will pass in to Stevens. Stevens hands back to her in the corner. Cutting inside is knocked away. South Summit with the loose ball momentarily, and there'll be a jump ball. It'll be Stevens and Clegg tying up with the basketball. That'll reset the shot clock. It'll stay with the Braves, and Tessa Sargent coming in for JV Clegg. Now coming back to Smith. Staple doing a good job hustling out to the corner. Smith with the jumper. It's up and good. Kate Smith having an outstanding game. Gets her first bucket of the second half. She's got 14 points in this one. She leads all scorers, and she'll go to the free throw line to get to 15 with a made free throw. Free throw is up and good. Kate Smith now 2 points ahead of her season average of nearly 14 a game. Now over to Arnaud. Round to Ruby Clegg. Under 3 minutes. Clegg takes a deep three-pointer. It's short. And the rebound to Stevens. And Sargent kicks out to Smith. Back to Vernon. Goes back to Smith, and now Clegg gets in the way, and she'll get the steal and then a reach-in foul on Kate Smith. So nice hustle by Ruby Clegg. Hustling back on defensive transition, slides in the passing lane, gets the steal, and gets fouled. That's the first team foul on North Summit in the quarter. 3 team fouls on South Summit. Tessa Sargent into the game for the Wildcats. Now knocked away by Kate Smith. All right, in the game for the Braves is Blomquist, Tholen, and number 14, Natalie Richens. Ruby Clegg will pass it in for South Summit. Into Arnaud, 20 seconds still on the shot clock. Now trying to go inside to Staple, it's knocked away. Blomquist comes down with the loose ball, passes off to Tholen. Well, Ruby Clegg doing a good job deflecting the pass. And looks like they're going to leave it on the sideline. Richens will inbound to Tholen. Trying to find Blomquist down low. Good position. Nice turnaround. Blocked by Sydney Crystal. And Crystal comes down with the loose ball. Great job by Sydney Crystal. Getting her hand on the Blomquist shot. Now skip pass, deflected, and it goes to Blomquist. And another great steal by the Braves. Richens is going to take the three-pointer. It's up no good. And the rebound to Arnaud. Arnaud out in front. She's going to take it all the way. Nice take by Ashton Arnaud. Arnaud gets her first bucket. On a great rebound, she went the entire length of the court and gets the bucket for South Summit. 5 points in the quarter for South Summit. The Braves with 9. Now stolen away by Arnaud. Arnaud goes left, and she's shut down by Smith. Passes out to Crystal. Consecutive nice plays by Arnaud. And Ruby Clegg gets fouled. She'll go down hard. That'll be the second team foul on the Braves. Blomquist will pick up the foul, and that'll be 2 free throws for Ruby Clegg. Getting my Rubies and Cleggs and Sargents mixed up. My apology, Ruby Clegg. Free throw by Ruby is no good. And for the Wildcats, number 13, Kelby Pierce, and number 14, Emily McNulty. Sargent and Staple getting a breather. Free throw is by Clegg, is no good. Going up high is McNulty. Great job by Emily McNulty. Picks up the rebound and the putback. And now Stevens travels. Turnover on the Braves. .58 seconds left in quarter number 3. 43-17 lead for the Braves. Arnaud into the lane, and she's going to get fouled on the drive, so no free throws. It'll be baseline inbounding for the Wildcats. Foul is on Amy Tholen of the Braves. Third team foul. And Sydney Crystal inside to Emily. Emily with the little jumper in the lane, no good. And the big high rebound by Stevens. 43 seconds left in quarter number 3. Braves inside, knocked away by Crystal. Blomquist runs it down. Blomquist baseline to Smith. Shot clock's down to 12. Game clock at 22. Still plenty of time for the Braves. Now inside to Tholen. Down to 4 on the shot clock. Stevens is going to have to put up the three-pointer. It's up and no good, and the rebound to Arnaud. Plenty of time for South Summit now to get the last shot. Dribbling hard left is Arnaud off the glass, no good, and it's knocked out of bounds on the Braves. It'll be South Summit basketball. 2.5 seconds left. And Sydney Crystal will inbound for South Summit. So Crystal waiting. Now they put 0.2 of a second back on to 2.9. Now up top, gonna have to shoot it. And the three-pointer falls short. We're at the end of the third quarter. Good competitive quarter as the Braves outscore the Wildcats 9-7 in quarter number 3. And the Braves still leading big, 43-17. 8 minutes left in this one between North Summit, South Summit. North Summit has led throughout this one and leads right now by 26. Now Jenna Sargent's into the ball game. Three-pointer up by Arnaud's, no good. Kelby Pierce with the rebound and put back. She gets fouled, and Kelby will go to the free throw line. Good rebound by Kelby Pierce. So Pierce will get a couple of free throws, and her first one is no good, short. See if Kelby can't get into the scoring column. Second free throw coming for Kelby is just short, and the rebound to Vernon. And pulling up is Rue Sargent. Now over to Tholen. Tholen goes left, closed down by McNulty, and then Pierce will reach in with the foul. First team foul on the Wildcats in the fourth quarter. Rue Sargent will trigger for the Braves. Now inside to Vernon. Sydney Crystal flying on the loose ball, and there'll be a jump ball. Great hustle by Sydney. It'll stay with the Braves in the alternating possession. Braves again will inbound with Sargent. Cross picking inside for the Braves. Nothing there. They have to go up top to Tholen. Tholen around to Sargent. Sargent goes down to Vernon. Good position for Vernon, and she'll get fouled by Sydney Crystal. Nice move by Quincy Vernon. She'll get a couple of free throws. Second team foul on South Summit. First free throw by Vernon's good. Vernon now has 5 points. And a second free throw coming for Quincy Vernon. Free throw is up, and it's good. Two good-looking free throws by Vernon. She's up to 6 points. And it's a 45-17 North Summit lead. Over to Sydney. Sydney goes in hard. Loses her balance. Shot hard off the glass. Now coming back is Sargent. Sargent inside, picks it back out from West, and a jumper by Sargent. And Sargent gets her first bucket of the second half. And consecutive points for the Braves, 4 of them, and then there'll be a reach-in foul on Tholen. Tholen picks up the foul. Second team foul on the Braves. Amy Tholen with the foul, and back into the ball game comes Stevens and Smith for the Braves. Arnaud, front top. Now high post look to McNulty. Good position by McNulty, and she'll get fouled by Vernon. Nice move by Emily McNulty. Quincy Vernon will pick up the foul. Third team foul on the Braves. Free throw coming by McNulty is good. Emily McNulty gets her third point. Free throw. Second free throw coming for McNulty. It's up and no good. And Stevens with a nice strong rebound. Left wing to West. Now to the right wing, trying to find Stevens down low. Nice shot. One step into the lane to her right. She turned back left off the glass, fouled. And a nice move by Ellie Stevens. Stevens having a nice second half. She's got 7 points in the second half, and she'll go to the free throw line. Third team foul on South Summit. Stevens, free throw is good. 8 points now for Stevens. 50-18, South Summit deficit. And Arnaud into the front court. Oh, and Arnaud slips what looked like a wet floor. She goes down hard, and the kick out goes to Sargent. Sargent passes off to Stevens. Stevens, 5 points in a row for the Braves. And Arnaud slipped and went down hard and provided an easy bucket for the Braves. Knocked away, and this time stolen by the Braves. And Crystal and McNulty down on the court with Smith. It'll be a jump ball. South Summit will get the turnover. So the two senior Cleggs back into the ball game. Last time, Javian and Ruby will play in a South Summit basketball game on senior night here at home. South Summit will have a play-in game next week that will probably be on the road, and North Summit will host one next weekend. Shot blocked by Stevens, and there'll be a foul on Ruby Clegg on the loose ball. So Smith will inbound. 5.5 minutes left. Sargent over to Vernon. Pass inside to Stevens. And a foul from behind on Emery Wolstenhume. Two free throws for Ellie Stevens. Ellie Stevens, just a junior for North Summit. There's a lot of basketball and volleyball still ahead for her. 5 team fouls on South Summit. Stevens with the free throw. And back-to-back free throws for Stevens. All her points coming in the second half. And she has 12 in this second half. Over to Emery. Now back to Ruby. Ruby takes a deep three-pointer. And Arnaud almost saves it from going out of bounds. It'll sail out to the Braves. And Sargent brings it up for North Summit. Now nice defense by Clegg on the back cut. Steps in the lane, over to Clegg. Now Ruby loses the handle, now gets it back. Open three-pointer by Crystal, just short, no good. And a good rebound by Stevens. Sargent passes all the way down to Vernon. Inside to Stevens, turnaround jumper, no good. Smith inside for the offensive rebound. Knocked away by Ruby Clegg, and a nice steal by the Wildcats. Sydney over to Ruby. In the corner to JV. Oh, good floor spacing by the Wildcats. Inside look to JV, now around to Ashton. Three-pointer by Ashton is no good. And Emma Staple will check in for South Summit. And all 5 subs will come in for the Braves, and a good run for these girls tonight, as all 5 starters will come out. And let's see if we can get the numbers of the new players in. Richens back in, number 14, Tholen in, Blomquist back in, and number 15's into the ball game, Randy Sargent, and number 23 into the ball game, Olivia Richens. So Tholen, down low, turnaround jumper, great shot by number 15, Randy Sargent, immediately getting into the scoring column with a nice left hand. Ruby Clegg just rimmed out on the three-pointer. Would love to see one of those go down for Ruby. She's had a hard time finding the bottom of the net tonight on that three-point shot. Coming in will be Tessa Sargent. And Emery Wolstenhume will sit down. Under 3 minutes. Now around to Ruby. Ruby takes another deep three-pointer. Short again. And Blomquist with the rebound. Tholen passes over to Richens. Offensive foul on the pick by Randy Sargent.
Number 15, Sergeant.
Fourth team foul on North Summit. Both teams will shoot free throws on their next fouls. Down to 2 minutes, close to 2 minutes left. High screen by Sargent. Now in the corner to JV. JV open three-pointer, no good. Emma Staple with the rebound. Now over to Arnaud. Arnaud passes inside to Tessa Sargent, knocked away by Blomquist. Good steal by the Braves. It's like Jenna Sargent looking to check in for South Summit. Errant pass by Tholen over the head of Sargent. Lots of Sargents out there. Couple of Sargents on the North Summit team, couple of Sargents on the South Summit team. Actually, 3 Sargents on the North Summit team. All right, 1:25 left. Now Ruby thought about another 3, and then she'll take one. Still short. Hustling in is Tessa Sargent to knock it back in bounds. Goes to the Braves. Now Richens inside to Sargent. Great pass off the screen. And there'll be a quick 30-second timeout to get Pierce and Sarah, and to give a hand to these 2 South Summit seniors on a good run by Javian and Ruby Clegg. Great members of our team and our student body. Going to do great things in their future. They get a nice hand as they come off the court for the last time at South Summit Gym. All right, Sarah Duke, Kelby Pierce into the ball game for South Summit. Jenna Sargent, open three-pointer is no good. Staple trying to keep it in bounds, hits it off the back of the glass. North Summit basketball. All right, 35 seconds and counting. North Summit will move to 9-1, and they will finish the region standings in first place. And it could be a sweep for the boys and girls in Region 15 basketball. So North Summit boys will also be region first place tomorrow night as well, as they have sewn up the region first place standing as well. 14 seconds left. Sargent to the free throw line. Free throw by Sargent is up, no good. Free throw is up and rims out, no good, knocked away. And it'll be, let's see, who's basketball? It's North Summit basketball. And that will wind it down, and a good win here at South Summit tonight for the North Summit Braves. Congratulations to them. And the region schedule will wind down for both South Summit and North Summit. So stay tuned for the schedule for next week, as the bracket, I believe, comes out on Saturday morning. South Summit will be on the road somewhere next week to start the first round of the state tournament. Thanks for joining us tonight. Again, a big one in Colville tomorrow night as the South Summit and North Summit boys will square off one more time to finish off the region boys schedule as well. So thanks for joining us tonight. Great season for South Summit, and they will finish off their region schedule. So we appreciate always you joining us for South Summit Athletics. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon.